Well, because we're so concerned about climate change.
Of course we are.
And, you know, how disastrous it's been, and that there are more frequent and extreme weather events. It starts that way. I'm not making that up. In this article, it does start. Climate change has led to more frequent and extreme weather events. Here's the thing. No, it hasn't.
So what you're reading...
No, it has not.
...is a handy guide from the University of Colorado, a liberal cesspool in America.
Yeah.
And so what is it? What's this condition called now?
It's climate anxiety.
Climate anxiety. So these are
6 tips to cope with climate anxiety.
Because I need them. Because I got it.
Okay, let's go back just a few months to prior to June 1st when the hurricane season started. Mm-hmm. This is probably a bad time to talk about it because there is a hurricane bearing down right now in Florida. And I don't even know where is it category wise? Is it a hurricane or is it a tropical storm still?
No, it became a hurricane.
Yeah, it's 1.
1? It's a 1.
It might be a 2 when it makes landfall, I think.
Okay, so it's a 1 or 2. So this, if it's a 1 or 2, we still would have had a grand total this year of 0 major hurricanes. Now, a 1 and 2 are serious, and you don't want to be involved in them because they will cause some damage. But we've only had 3 of those. This will be the 3rd to make landfall in the United States. They were predicting, 25 or something. Now, this season doesn't end until November 1st, so we're a little over a month away, right? But this is not going to be a wildly active hurricane season, which they were predicting. Because of climate change. It was going to be this huge, disastrous year as far as hurricanes. And once again, they're disappointed. Because they're not more frequent and they're not more extreme. It's not happening. Yes, there are bad weather events. There always have been, and there always will be. Because that's just the climate on this planet. So those things are going to happen. But here's 6 tips to cope with the climate anxiety that I know you must be feeling right now.
Daily. Every minute by minute, Pat.
Are you with the Doobie Brothers or minute by minute?
Good job.
By minute by minute. We'll be holding on because there's disasters around every corner.
Yeah.
What is climate anxiety? Also called eco-anxiety. It refers to
alliteration.
Distressing feelings related to climate change impacts. Okay.
So definitely that.
So how can climate change impact mental health? It can elicit emotions like grief, anger, shame, loss, guilt, hopelessness, and fatigue, among others.
Okay, the mentally ill people that believe this crap, that probably does cause that.
Yeah, I'll bet it does. But here's the first thing you can do.
Okay.
Focus on what you can control.
Okay.
Climate change is a complex issue. Remind yourself that climate change cannot be solved by any one person, organization, or government on their own. While this may feel disheartening, it's also a good reminder to focus on what is within your control rather than what isn't.
I see.
Okay, so you can't control what China is doing, for instance, destroying the planet. You can't worry about that because you got no control over it. Number 2, avoid overload. Working on too many climate projects or advocating for too many causes. These are my problems here. That's what I'm doing.
That's okay. So we found common ground because actually, Chris and I had a little meeting just 2 days ago about how we have too many projects
just
going
too
on
many.
with the climate
Too many.
Yeah.
We had to drop like 6 of them.
Have you really?
Yeah.
6?
6.
I've only dropped 2.
Oh, well, can you get up? Because
look at you bragging over there.
Yeah. Well, I'm in so many. I thought, all right, maybe I can back off 2 of these.
Back off a couple of them.
Projects. So working on too many climate projects or advocating for too many causes can be unwieldy and is more likely to lead to burnout. And we don't want that.
We don't want you to
that.
burn out.
And that's what I'm in danger of. Burnout now. On the 15 or 20 climate related activities that I was
15 to
involved
20?
in. Yeah, 15 to 20.
Wow.
Bro, you got to pull back on that.
Yeah.
More than 2. I want to.
Because we care about you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And honestly, these kids, the last 30 years have been brainwashed to the point where, like, don't have kids because you'll destroy the planet with your offspring. And they've been told there's no future here. I mean, there's not going to be any rainfall. It's going to be 120 degrees in the shade every day of your life. I mean, they have created this mental issue.
They have. And, again, we just went through summer in Dallas, which is usually brutal. Last year, it was, I don't know how many days over 100 there were, 70 or something? Not in a row, but there was like 43 in a row, and I think 70 total. We might have had 5 or 6.
Okay, hold on.
How many days over 100 were there this year?
I don't know.
It was a pretty mild summer.
It was a mild
and
summer.
It's beautiful right now.
Oh, I'm wearing my shorts because it's so cold outside.
When I left yesterday, it was 70 degrees. When I came out this morning, it was 63.
It was so
that doesn't happen in
good.
September in
No.
Dallas.
No.
But just remember the all-time statewide high temperature records. The majority of them were in the 1930s. Yeah, I mean these dark red ones here.
Yeah.
1930s. This is 1800s over here. You only have 2 of these that were in the last. I'm just doing quick math here. The last 30 years.
2?
Only
2.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
we got
What year?
Colorado and South Carolina, 2012 and 2019.
Okay.
Before that, you have to go back to the 80s. Yeah.
Okay.
1994. So the greens here, 94.
All right, 94.
So in other words, 5 in the last 30 years.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Washington State coming in at 2021. But other than that, that's the anomalies right there. The dark red is the 1930s. I mean,
Wow. I was going to ask you what was the red. Ah, that's a lot of red.
1930s.
Wow.
good stuff.
Because that was the hottest decade, and they keep trying to reduce the temperatures. They're going back and redoing the temperatures from the 90s to make today look hotter than the 90s were, or the 30s were. So they're going back and reducing the temperatures in the... How do you revise temperatures?
Inflation.
From almost 100 years ago. It's inflation.
Yeah, it's heat inflation.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes perfect sense.
And then I bet it's Donald Trump's fault.
Oh,
Okay,
well, duh.
but because of all this climate anxiety that we have built up in us, here's the third thing you can do to reduce
Oh, good.
that.
I need these tips.
Just practice compassion.
No.
Whenever we approach painful situations or emotions, it's important to do so with kindness and compassion for ourselves and others.
You can skip this.
For instance, it may not always be feasible to recycle every item that you can.
Oh, yeah.
It's not always feasible.
I spend so much time thinking,
well, yeah, you beat yourself up like I do, right? You beat
Every night.
yourself up on it.
Every night.
If you, like, for instance, I drink a lot of bottled water, and
You
when
sure
I
do.
accidentally throw one into the regular garbage
What do
as
you do?
opposed to recycling,
What do you do?
I break down and cry
What, you just-
like a 3-year-old girl.
You don't just fish it out? And
No.
then
I was
put
gonna
it
say,
in
can
the
you
right-
just-
Well,
fish
first
it
I
out.
weep because I
Okay.
feel so guilty that I almost left it in the regular trash.
I see.
But you do take it out.
But of course, I take it
okay.
out.
Take it out.
If I remember, there was a
after-
time one week. This was, I don't know, 6 years ago, where
Oh, wow. It's still hunting you.
it's still
Holy
hunting
crap,
me.
man.
6 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I remember it today. It was July 31st,
Okay.
2018.
Oh, wow.
So it was a little over 6 years ago,
Holy.
and I realized that, oh my gosh, I didn't take that bottle, that plastic bottle, out of the regular garbage and put it into the recycling before the garbage man
All right.
came.
Well, hold on a second. Did you...
Damn it!
Did-
Oh, dang, darn!
Oh, no.
Oh, dang it! Darn, dang!
Set him off.
Why did I?
Set him off.
Dang it! Darn it!
Okay, but did you rinse it out first, at least?
No, I did not.
Okay. Look, you're going to have to let that go, though.
It was filled with water. Why would I rinse
There could be
it out?
chemicals in
You're
that
supposed
water.
to do that.
Yeah,
you're supposed to
rinse them
rinse out every
Yeah.
plastic thing. Pat.
Wait,
Don't act like
why?
you don't know.
Why?
Pat, come on.
Why do you do that?
There's
Seriously.
chemicals in there.
Don't get hung up.
Yeah.
In the plastic?
Yes.
No,
Then why am I drinking the water out of the plastic bottle if there's chemicals in it?
that's a good question.
I was
You're
just
gonna
gonna
have
ask
to think
that,
about
yes.
that, aren't you?
No,
Why
that's
don't you think
another
about
thing
that? Yeah.
I've got anxiety over.
So-
Thanks a lot.
You know what really sucks is that I of course keep the chart of what's a do and what's a don't when it comes to the recycling can, and I have
Yeah.
it hanging up. In fact, I have it bronzed in my garage above the garbage cans and everything. And
Okay.
then I stand there, and I just think, I don't know, does this fit into this one or this one? And I spent, I mean, the amount of time that
Hours? Would you say hours every day?
I'm not going to get into it. You're not my shrink.
Okay.
Okay, so and then
so defensive.
And then if it doesn't fit into the recycling, but I know it would be bad for the landfill and for future generations.
Right.
Then I put it into my my EV pickup truck. And then I take it down.
You drive it to the station.
Take it down to the recycling place or the plant or whatever it's called.
Nicoa?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I say, hey,
Alcoa,
release this burden from the back of my
Alcoa can't wait.
EV pickup that's back there.
Okay.
Because I want to do good by the planet.
That's a lot more than I do.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
you hate him. Okay, so
you hate the planet.
You hate Gaia.
I guess I do.
What a piece of
Unlike
crap.
Pat, I didn't know you had to, do all that if it doesn't fit my chart.
Well, let me just finish this practice compassion thing because this is an important sentence if you're trying to reduce climate anxiety.
Okay, I'll tune out.
Beating yourself up about it or worrying that you could be doing more can fuel emotional turmoil.
I see.
See?
Boy,
6
I know
years
that.
ago, you got to let it go.
Which can make it difficult to move forward. Okay, I've got 3 more of these to help you reduce.
Oh, good.
Wait, what?
And
There's
I'm going to
more?
get to them. Yeah, there's more.
He's a helper.
That was only 3. There's 6 total. So we got 3 more. Hang on, we'll get to them.